Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. JOTA, as usual. And today I gotta tell you all, guys, I got COVID, right? And yeah, let me tell you, I'm feeling miserable today. But even with that, of course, I'm going to be here to let you know what is the most important before El Clasico tomorrow, because it was in the weekend to be sick, man. And I got sick and I got COVID, and I said that's great, man. Just the day before El Clasico I get sick. That's great. I mean, it's awesome. It's the greatest plan you can ever have for a weekend like this, right? But it's okay. I'll be fine. I will try to get a cough drop here. That's why I'm chewing all the time, because I feel better with that. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna try to let you know what's the most important today for you to know before El Clasico, related to El Clasico, right? Like, for example, the possible starting 11 for Real Madrid. That's number one. Number two, we're going to talk about not two names, but one name, about Alphonso Davies, which yesterday popped up as a possible player who is interested in coming to Real Madrid. I don't know if that is going to happen, but apparently it's a rumor out there, and that's why I'm going to try to cover and give you all my own thought about it, and well, see what happens. Okay, so let's get started with the first news, and arguably the most important, which is about the possible potential starting 11 for tomorrow. Okay, as you know, yesterday Carlo Ancelotti showed up in DACN, right, the television broadcast or whatever you want to call it, talking about the possible starting 11 for Real Madrid. And although he said 13 names, right, not 11, he said Rodrigo will play for sure. Asensio might play as well. So, but he didn't say who is going to be lined up, right, at first. He only said they might play, but he didn't specify which one is going to be in the starting 11, right? So to me, my opinion about it is Rodrigo will be there in the starting 11, and Asensio might play as well, but maybe the second half or something like that, right? So to me, the starting 11 tomorrow is going to be Lunin, Carvajal, Militao, Alaba, Mendy, and then in the midfield we're gonna have Tchouaméni, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, and then in the attack, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo Goes, and Benzema, right? So Valverde and Benzema and Vinicius. So Rodrigo might start, okay? In my opinion, this is just my opinion, Rodrigo might start from the bench, and Asensio as well, right? Because otherwise I don't see how is he going to put to Fede Valverde and Rodrigo Goes and Benzema and Vinicius as well in the attack. So it's almost impossible, right? So that's why Rodrigo will start from the bench, in spite of the insinuation of Carlo Ancelotti about Rodrigo Goes claiming he will play. Yeah, he will play, but not sure if from the beginning or in the second half, okay? So that is, in my opinion, the potential starting 11 for Real Madrid. Carvajal, I repeat, Lunin, Carvajal, Militao, Alaba, Mendy, Tchouaméni, Kroos, Modric, and Fede Valverde, Benzema, and Vinicius Jr., okay? So I don't know. I mean, I think that he is going to make sure that has the best players on the field, right? Not only the best players, but the more experienced players. For example, in the press conference, he said, last year I tried to invent something that it didn't work, right? It was the false 9 for Luka Modric. It didn't work at all. So I'm not going to try to invent or reinvent the wheel. I'm going to try to do something that I think is going to work, right? So he's not going to carry any kind of experiment or something like that. And that's why I think the starting 11 is going to be pretty sure what I told you all, okay? So now that you know, let me tell you as well, of course, Courtois is completely ruled out for El Clasico. he's apparently recovered already, right? He's okay, he's fine, but he wasn't able to make it. I mean, he wasn't able to be ready to go for tomorrow. It was going to be pretty tight, and there's no reason for us to squeeze or push the player to play tomorrow. I mean, Lunin has been playing for over the last 4 games, and I think it's good enough for him to be tomorrow against FC Barcelona. I mean, there's no reason for not trust in him, right? So that is number 1. Number 2, let me tell you something. This is from Fabrizio Romano, and it's very recently. Fabrizio Romano said, confirmed. Whoa. Oh, sorry guys, give me 1 second. All right. Fabrizio Romano confirmed like 1 hour ago this. Look, Real Madrid are not thinking about Kylian Mbappe for January. Okay? Real Madrid is not thinking about Kylian Mbappe for January. It's the same news, and it's going in the same direction. All the information we are having from Jose Felix Diaz, Mario Cortegana, and Josep Pedrerol. So to me, there's no point in insisting Real Madrid is trying to push and sign Kylian Mbappe when it's not the truth, right? Real Madrid is not interested at all in Kylian Mbappe, and of course, is not going to be for January nor even June, in my opinion. I mean, every single thing can change in football. That's very true and that's real. But my opinion is no, Real Madrid for now is not interested in the player. However, I do think that in the future, maybe Florentino Perez would say, considering the situation, right? Kylian Mbappe said no to Real Madrid with all the pressure, with all the people pushing him, with all the lies, right? That is important as well. And the fact that he feels betrayed by PSG might modify in somehow the position of Real Madrid towards Kylian Mbappe, right? But for now, so far, I don't think Real Madrid is very interested in the player at all, and we're not rushing. So who is actually rushing is the player, not us, right? So that's why there's no point in paying or wasting any single time, any single second of our time in keep speculations as far as Kylian Mbappe. I mean, there's no point, right? So I'm okay with that. And if Fabrizio Romano says this and confirms the same information that Mario Cortegana, like I said, and Jose Felix Diaz are constantly saying, I mean, I think the same way. Real Madrid is not interested in Kylian Mbappe, and of course nothing is going to happen. Nothing. Okay? So that's very good news for Real Madrid. And the other thing, of course, if you want to talk about it, is Real Madrid. Oh well, this is just news from OK Diario claiming Real Madrid had a private report from the private life of Kylian Mbappe, which wasn't very good at all, as the report was talking all the time about the disorders, not disorders, but the kind of messy private life he has, right? Like, for example, the influence from his mother, which is not good, of course, and all the things he wanted to do in terms of soccer player within the club, like all the things where he wants to say what the things have to be done or how the things have to be done, right? And that is the point. He's very, very bossy, right? And all these kind of things that didn't like Real Madrid, and of course that's another reason why we are okay not signing the player, and at the end it's good for us, right, that we didn't sign him, because in the future it was going to be worse. I mean, it was going to be really, really bad and a very bad sign, and in my opinion he had nothing to deliver to Real Madrid, considering we already have players, I'm not going to say better players, but good enough to have them in those positions like the left wing and stuff like that. So we don't really need to Kylian Mbappe for pretty much anything, right? Anything. So good for us, and that's it. And that's it. And yeah, well, this is a very curious story. Last night, I don't know if y'all knew, Ronaldo, the number 9, Ronaldo, the Brazilian player, it was the release of his movie, right? The Phenomenon, it is called, and it was the premiere last night. And when Florentino Perez showed up, a bunch of people started to shout to Florentino Perez, right? Like Mbappe. They want him to sign Kylian Mbappe. Let me tell you something. I live in Madrid. I've been carrying some polls in Twitter, and literally nobody really wants to Florentino to sign Kylian Mbappe at all. I mean, nobody really wants to see Kylian Mbappe play for Real Madrid. Honestly, I think this it's a very good choice for us, but let me tell you, we don't need him. And after the way he did the things, in my opinion, Real Madrid did okay not signing the player at all, right? At all. So I don't know how is this going to happen, man. But I mean, just because a bunch of people shouted to Florentino Perez about Kylian Mbappe, I don't think anything else is going to happen. Okay. So yeah, that's it, and that is what I have for you all, guys. Now, I mean, I hope you like the video, and of course, subscribe my channel, Real Madrid Hub.